What is good, guys? Hope everybody is well, and we are back with a prep update. I thought it was time just to update you guys on how it's going, and so I'm going to fill you in with this. So I have got two big shows coming up. First one will be in October. Second one will be in Milan, Italy in November. So I've been prepping for been in my off season for about 5 months, and then we've just entered recovery phase as well. So with the recovery phase in place now, foot is off the gas a little bit. So we are going to be looking after my vitals, my bloods, my levels, making sure everything is leveled out just right. I want to be as healthy as possible before I go into my 3 month prep. So this is essential. So there's a lot of planning involved. So thanks to my coach as well, Nathan Smart. So he's doing an amazing job, and we're working very well together. And I just want to show you guys that while you're on prep, if you're struggling with your food and things like that, to have a good balance and to be able to enjoy it. Trust me, I know it's very, very difficult, but you don't need to worry. Like, as long as you simplify things and keep it as simple as possible, you can be well good to go. So I'm going to start off with a porridge just to make sure you know how easy this can be and don't overcomplicate things. So the first step would be, really, instead of going to buy ready break or branded oats or such, because they are full of sugar, believe it or not. So just make sure you read the packet. I get the most cheapest porridge oats that you can find, and looking at the labels on the back, 0.4 grams of sugar. It's nothing. You're absolutely fine. You're absolutely good with this sort of stuff. So, like I say, just be selective with what you get shopping, and it could even work out a bit cheaper for you. And I'm just going to show you how to spice things up a little bit. And then once I've done this, I'm going to go to the gym. We're going to train a bit of back and whatever else I fancy doing, probably some triceps or biceps with it as well, maybe some abs, but we'll see. And then after that, we've got a barbecue coming up. Yeah, that's right, a barbecue on prep. Can you? Yes, absolutely you can. So I'm going to show you how to enjoy a nice barbecue while still being on prep as well. So stay tuned, and let's get into the porridge for the next clip. So very first thing you want to do is you want to measure things out to your allotted amounts. So I'm on 165 grams of oats, even in my recovery phase, so it is quite a lot. Obviously, most of you might only need perhaps say 80 to 100 grams, something like that. But like I say, just use a scale, get a real cheap scale. This is a Salter scale, super cheap, probably below 10 quid. Pick that up, that'll last you pretty much a lifetime. So we're going to measure this up. Every meal I've had for the last 5.5 months has been weighed, and I've not missed it. So this is how serious it gets when you're prepping in that regard. You just have to stick to it. Obviously, if you want to place well, if you want to win, you're going to have to do this. Not for the faint-hearted. And this is every single day. So 137. There we go. And yeah, that's it. 165. That is sweet as a nut. The next thing I'll do is I'll add, obviously, my whey protein. So you'll just want to be adding your desired amount in there. Typically I use 1 scoop, but these are small scoops, so I put 3 in. And that will give me just enough protein to add with it. And that would have added roughly about 23 grams of protein. What we're doing then is I use water. So I would use bottled water. I will mix it up. Feel free to use almond milk as well if you wanted to. I don't really advise semi-skimmed or full fat milk, just because, like I say, if you're in prep, you want to be very careful with this. They are, like I say, full fat milk, self-explanatory, is quite fatty, and probably not exactly the right fats that you're looking for of that amount. Like I say, it's not a problem if you drink it in moderation. I think if you're still in your teenage years or early 20s, go ahead. Shouldn't be a problem. Your metabolism will be quite quicker. But if you're in your late 20s, 30s, maybe 40s, think about using just water, or almond milk is great as well. So you'll find with porridge as well, you'll probably need to put in a lot more water than you initially think, because once you microwave it, it really does soak it up really quickly. So put in enough water, just make sure the protein that I've used has got no clumpiness to it. You want it to be nice and smooth when you're eating it. So give it a good old stir, even if it takes a minute or two. It is worth it because it will taste that much better. Like I say, just keep it simple. So we've mixed that up nicely. That's the consistency you're looking for, water to sort of oat ratio. And then we're going to stick it in the microwave. Obviously, depending on the power of your microwave, probably about 2 to 2.5, maybe max 3 minutes, no longer. And you should be ready to add your toppings. So let's get on with that. So let's just whack it in. 2 minutes, take it out, have a look. If it's not good enough, just pop it in for another 30 seconds or so. So there we have it, guys. That's after 2.5 minutes. So I've just topped this with banana, sea salt dark chocolate, and some nutmeg on top. So the reason I use dark chocolate is because this is a sea salt dark chocolate. It will give me some salt that's required, electrolytes, help in that way replenish. Banana, I will use quite a ripe banana, because the green bananas will cause perhaps a few problems with digestion. They're not as easy to digest. The ripe bananas are a bit more digestible. Yes, they are higher in sugars, but they do taste better, and it's a natural source of sugar. So I'm fine with that. That is my preference, but do whatever you think is best for yourself. And then as for the nutmeg, I use that for taste, really. I do prefer cinnamon, but I've run out of that. So cinnamon or nutmeg is always a good option as well. And that's how simple it is. Like I say, that is just a staple prep meal. You can top that with berries instead if you want. So blueberries, blackberries, raspberries, strawberries are fine. So you can do that if you don't like banana as well as an alternative. And as for the dark chocolate, I simply get this sort of like a 80% dark chocolate. And that has got, like I say, some sea salt in there as well, which is really nice. So it adds a nice taste to the porridge. And that combined with the whey protein within there, it's a delicious meal. So there's actually nothing to complain about. And that's how simple it is. It took me like 5 minutes altogether. So hope that helped a little bit. But nonetheless, let's dive into the gym. Let's get the training out of the way with, and then we'll catch up for the barbecue. I'm quite excited for that because it's going to be so banging. It's going to taste so good after the gym as well. Anyhow, see you in the gym. Let's smash it. What's up, guys? So we're in the gym now. We're going to be training a bit of back and triceps. So the reason I've opted for triceps is because we're going to be working a lot of arms and biceps while we're training back, especially with this grip. So for the low row, we're going to be using this attachment. We're going to be holding supinated grip, and that is going to cause a lot of bicep tension. So we're going to be doing basically biceps on triceps while we're doing back. Let's go. So guys, another back exercise now. So we're back to basics now with the pull-up, of course. So do not give this one a miss. Any back session, always try and include this. It is such a staple exercise within your back routine and growing that back, just helping that muscle growth on your back and the strength. So let's jump into it. What's going on, guys? We've just finished at the gym. I'm feeling really good. It's been a really nice and energetic session as well. Muscles felt everything there and the movements were there. The blood got going, feeling great. So it is nearly barbecue time though. So I'm going to show you guys how to make a little side salad as well. So it's super simple. Obviously, I like to have a bit of greenery on the side of my dish as well. So I like to keep things plain as well. So I'm going to make something out of a rocket and baby leaf salad. Piccolato tomatoes. So these are the nice smaller ones, really sweet taste. And then with your cucumber. So nice and simple. I don't like to go over the top flamboyant with the salad. I don't particularly like salad dressings or anything like that. So if you do like your dressings, just be selective with what you are dressing your salad with. So just read those labels and make sure it fits in within your prep and what is required for your sort of needs and restrictions as well. So give me a second. I'm going to whip this up, chop a few things up, and then I'm going to show you the finished product. Chop them down here. They do like rolling off like that. Go. And put them back on top. Sliced already down the middle. Got them ready. Tomatoes, because they're so small, just once down the middle. And there you have it, guys. So simple. It's dead simple. Don't overcomplicate your salad. That's it. And that is a nice summery salad to go with your barbecue. Took me literally 2.5 minutes, if that. So no excuses. Nice little side dish. And we'll move on to the barbecue in just a second. And carb-wise, what I will typically have with the barbecue is some potatoes. So I have pre-prepared these because they take about 40 minutes or so in the air fryer. So what I do is I get a baby new potatoes. I will chop them in quarters. So if you can do it with the larger potatoes, but they will take a little bit longer to cook, and sometimes they can be a little bit hard in the middle, and unless you boil them before and then put them in the air fryer, or put them in the microwave for a few minutes before and then in the air fryer. But I don't like to mess about with that. I just like to get them straight in and get them sorted. So I've got the baby potatoes in, new potatoes, chop them into quarters so they're nice and small. I will put some drop of olive oil all around them, not too much, just a sprinkle, and then I will season with Himalayan rock salt as well. And then after about 35 to 40 minutes, that is the end result. These were done yesterday, so they are pre-prepared, and I will heat these up to go with my barbecue dish, and I'll show you everything when it's all done, and it's going to be delicious. And there we have it, guys, the barbecue. The prep barbecue is complete. So we've got the chunky potatoes. We've got our burger with some salad. So it's 4% mince burger. We've got a salad, and we've got a little bit of red Leicester cheese for fats. I would probably recommend mozzarella. We've got a pork and apple sausage. Now those are absolutely divine. So I would probably myself lay off sausages, but they are so nice, and I am allowed 2 off-plan meals this weekend. So I'm going to have a pork and apple sausage, why not? So I'm really going to look forward to this. So this is how you can create your, not even an off-plan meal really fully. You can still enjoy your prep. Obviously, depending on how far out you are. Obviously, if you're 3 months out, I don't recommend this. But if you are, say, 4, 5, 6 months out, not a problem. Like, you've got nothing to worry about. This is all clean food, cooked on the barbecue, all good calories that you need, and calories that are going to help your physique as long as you're training well, drinking enough water. So, yeah. Why not enjoy yourself as well? Enjoy your life as well at the same time. It doesn't have to be a boring prep. Just enjoy it. Anyhow, catch you guys in the next one. Thank you so much for watching. I'm going to dig in. I'm so hungry. I've been waiting all day for this. So this is how it goes. You know, I am on prep, but I'm not touching this. Where's my partner? Is not enjoying it at all. Absolutely loving it. Look at that. Oh. Stay on prep, guys.